the lymph system goes down, this sets up systemic acidosis. It also sets up lymphatic acidic pressure. So you can get pressure in the cerebellum. This, of course, is going to affect nerve. Is this a chiropractor? But it's going to set up the impulses going down. So you're going to have flipping blood pressure. 1 minute it's good, next minute it's in the dumpers. Yeah, you're going to have that, and it's standing up and everything. This cerebellum is a big portion, but how do you fix that? You move your lymph system, and just like you said, you had frontal lobe pain. Yes, what causes that? It's not your blood causing the pain, it's your lymph system causing the pain. So you really this goes back to your lymph system and how that has interfered with the production of one, neurotransmitters, and two, that effect upon all your tissues here. But again, you know, it sounds like you were born with genetically weak adrenals that affected kidneys and then your lymph system. You know, most lymph systems are bad today. And that affects spine. That pulls the spine out because muscles control the skeletal system, and you've got muscles are nothing but cells with two major fluids, blood and lymph. So you got to go down that road, man. As far as your lymph, we would have been removing interference to your body so your lymph and everything else functions better. This guy doesn't understand the lymph system and the kidneys, I can tell you. We had the 5-HTP mouth sprays and the Endotrex mouth spray. Oh, give me a break. Thanks, though, my friend. No offense to that, but yeah, I don't think I'm going to get them at all. And you don't want to run the effect of interfering with adrenal function. There's a much higher way to heal, and this is it, I can tell you. I've been a physician 40 years. There's nothing any higher. I've seen a lot of physicians out there. Your protocol doesn't seem to be working for me. My symptoms have gone from mild and manageable to unbearably painful. Oh, yeah, this is the street magic. Absolutely, man. I tell you, this is those lymph node capsules, real strong. So, yeah, everything went bam! And that's what happened when we try to move lymph more aggressive than the kidneys will allow. That's exactly what you see there, street magic. And that's all that was. It wasn't working. It wasn't working for you. It was working too aggressive for you. We got to slow way down. I have a question. Let me see. I have a voice disorder called spasmodic dysphonia. My vocal cords tighten up when I speak instead of relaxing. My voice always sounds very strained, and sometimes the words don't come out. I have been eating raw fruits for about 6 weeks now. I'm really hoping to start singing. Oh, yeah, definitely. I'll tell you something, too. Probably expect a little bit of a sore throat. I'm telling you, probably going to go there. And then you're going to cough up some nasty stuff out of those vocal cords. They're going to break loose, and you could get really rocking. You could lose your voice here for a little while, too, so don't get upset. But during these healing crises like that, you could happen with that, so do expect that, and don't be upset. Your body's going to expectorate that out, and all that inflammation and all that mucus and the swelling and all that's going to come out of there, and you'll be in good shape. I would probably, if you want to do this sooner than later, I'd probably do the lungs too, only because you have a lot of expectorants, loosens hardened mucus and stuff, definitely upper respiratory and stuff. The 3-lung tea, breathe the fumes and drink it, I think very valuable for you. Even the Hill All tea, but I do the 3-lung tea for a while. You could do the Hill All tea and hold it in your mouth and gargle, but systemic issues. You got to work on your colon. You got to work on your GI tract. You got to work on your kidneys and adrenals, and at the same time move lymph. And you'll take care of this. Seen this, and you could try the antispasmodic to see, but you're not going to get relief until you clean that voice box out. That's a lymph system in the voice box. What is this? Oh, tonsils. Well, there you go. They were removed at 5. See, so that compromised you right there. That made your lymph even harder to move then. So they compromised your voice box. You get this out of there because you know, the cancer road is the road you're walking down here. So get that out of there as soon as you can. Okay? You're 52 years old now. I had toxemia with both child pregnancies. Oh, well, here you go. You haven't been filtering well all your life, honey. You've got GI tract weakness, you have kidney weakness, adrenal gland weakness. Your lymph is backed up all through you. That's why the toxemia. You got to move this out of here. Get this voice cleaned up. But this is something you have all through your body. Get this done now at 52. or it's going to be, more serious, and you don't want to wait any longer. Just grab this bull by the horn, sweetheart, and take off with this. Rosemary. Yeah, honey, take off. You'll be okay, but just get this, really get yourself up there on fruits, berries, and melons, even lemon juice, and really pull. Lemon juice will be really good for you, really astringent. Remember, sore throats, little loss of voice here, but it's going to pull and clean this out of you, and real important to do that. We see a lot of voice box cancers, esophageal cancers are popular as all get out now. Clean up the bowels. If this is you that I'm looking at, big time adrenals and kidneys, and that's a lifelong thing for you, so get that going now. Good thing you're heading down that road right now. Owen, do you think if one is going to bother doing a mono fruit fast that they should choose grapes, apples, or another citrus or subacid fruit group? I'd probably do it. If you could get oranges like I had, God, man, Owen, you'd just be sucking those down like candy. But I've never seen them anywhere, from California or anywhere. This was old Bass Groves up in Bradenton. Man alive. And then the state had the canker scare. The state made it so, this is another point, here you go. The state made it so hard for small groves and all the restrictions that most of them went out of business. You had to be a bigger, wealthy grove to stay in business. Thank you, state of Florida. But we just keep sending you love. That'll help. Choose grapes, apples, and another citrus or stuff. I would choose grapes on a mono diet, probably. They're the most readily available. The darker ones, at least the red ones, are mostly gotten, unless you get really good organic citruses. But I think the grapes are going to do well. I've never fasted long-term on apples. I love apples. Tree ripe. We had apple groves around where I lived in Indiana. But I've never had the desire to fast on them, although I consider the apple one of the most powerful foods on the planet. They're so great. They're incredible. So I've never myself fasted on them. I've never polarized to do that. I'd be really interested in doing your video. Oh, thanks. Yeah, no, the video DVD course is $450, and that's a certified. $350 without the certification. But Owen, Rock Grove, Angel Bee. Thanks for emphasizing the importance of the lymphatic system. I tell you what, again, I had this, she's an ophthalmologist and she's an MD ophthalmologist, and she grabbed this lymph, and now she's really picking that up. And I love an MD who wow, that all ties together and it clicks. Now they're focused. I love that. So yeah, the lymph is so important. I had dry skin brushing session the other day, followed by self-massage. How'd you feel? The olive oil felt good all day, and I'm sure. Yeah. I'm going to make this right. Yeah, good, Angel B. Absolutely, good job. To say anything negative about nettles, a plant's got to protect. I know. That's the other thing. Stinging nettles. Okay, so I just never overly use nettles. Okay, I do have it in my kidney formula stuff, so, stinging nettles. I just finished viewing the last of the Detox Course DVDs. Thank you. I appreciate that, guys. I really do. Teresa, is that your dog? I'm so glad that you mentioned this. Oh, thanks. Baby steps, absolutely. I don't mind baby steps. It's COPD. Now, a COPD, and even you, Street Magic, you might have to take some baby steps. Now, you might have to go slow a little bit. COPD, particularly because of the breathing issue. COPD or asthma, you can use this antispasmodic as an inhaler. You've got to keep breathing, and some of this mucus in the lungs is hard. And getting this stuff up isn't always fun. I will tell you, I respect a lunger because, this is your breathing. And so it can be fearful. Tied to the autonomic, tied to the adrenal glands. It can be very fearful when you're breaking up congestion and you're getting pneumonia-like symptoms. So I understand that. Some castor oil packs on the chest definitely helps to break up mucus, harden sputum. Stuff like that. So I don't mind baby steps to this. I'm geared differently because of the clients we get. So I don't really mess around. If you can tell, I'm more in high gear. So Lion Man, that's kind of my unbalance. But you know, I mean, I got all these people coming to me, and I've been busy. Years ago, we worked 7 days a week till midnight. I just had to cut that off because we just, you know, burning out bad. So I'm geared for action, and I'm trying to be in the now with action. That's my spiritual lesson. How do I maintain the allness, but have action? Passive action, if you will, but have action, because I know that I have to have action in my universe. That's why I'm here. I'm not here to have it done for me. I'm here to do it myself. And that's why I do these videos. And all of you all of you are such beautiful, because you know you have to do it yourself. And I think Kelly's moving there in her thinking. You've got to do this yourself. You got to quit listening to all these docs and really understand what you're up against. You've tried all those things. Kick up to the high level of where you are. Ride this bull for 6 months. You don't feel any better, than you can put on YouTube that I didn't know what I was talking about. The challenge is out there. That was pretty good. Made the 2,000th subscriber. I'm real happy that we're growing like this. I think that's really neat. I've always seen that this level of understanding hasn't always been accepted for different reasons, you know. Difficult for some people to stay raw, difficult to get up into these higher levels. That's why generally we only get the insane cases who have nowhere else to go. But we've got such a reputation through the years for healing those that other people with more minor problems come to us. And so in the future we're going to need some health counselors here to help me. Oh yes, Katrina, 1989. I have chronic EBV virus for 6 years, still activated, with inflammation in my eyes, gum, intestines. Think maybe from this virus or infection. Well, let's back up and realize that that is a byproduct of lymph stagnation and acidosis. Virus involvement, where you actually have adhesion of viruses, is where you're actually weakening your cells. Inflammation is just acidosis, honey. So you really got to move your lymph. And this it sounds like a tape recorder that's going around and around and around the same. But if you look at the body, and I think I've laid that out pretty simple, that's what you find. Bunch of cells, two major fluids. Bunch of cells, two major fluids. And this will all come to that. In that simplicity, it empowers you to heal and heal yourself. Get your kidneys, get your adrenals here, sweetheart. Go after that. Walnut Hall, yeah, but you know what? No. I mean, this, you still have swollen glands, stiff necks. That's where the medical profession has got everybody steered to the messenger. You don't kill the messenger. You don't kill what nature uses to manipulate its creation. You have to understand what you've done in the process of creating this, and that's the lymph system and the foods that hurt the body to create this lymph system stagnation, which you go back to the proteins and the weakening of the kidneys. You go back to the weakness of the adrenals, the inability to move lymph. You've got your swollen glands, stiff neck. That's all lymph. That's not a viral problem, not a bacterial problem. That's a lymphatic problem. That is inflammation, their word. But the reason for the inflammatory response is acidosis. And that's swelling, that's pain, that's stiffness, that's tightness, that's the swelling of the lymph nodes. That right there tells you where the problem is. Lymph nodes, lymph. I think medical doctors, lymph nodes, lymph. Read my lips. That's simple. Learn the kidney connection. That's where the failing is. And learn what turns on the kidneys, the adrenals, probably even pituitary.